headed to a town just north of Porto called Povon de Varzim, and that's where we're keeping the boat because it is 300 euros a month versus 1,300 euros a month. So yesterday we went down into Porto, we walked all over that town. It was beautiful and amazing, but we haven't actually tackled anything on the boat. Like, we literally just pulled in and then kind of went to Porto and just kind of neglected everything. So today we're going to be doing stuff like get the sails put away, all that business. So first order of business is we're going to go eat some sandwiches. Maddie likes one with goat cheese and I like one that's got some brie.
Today is July 4th. Happy Independence Day. Yay, July 4th.
Outer space, and I was sprung out from the earth. We laid down face to face to witness our rebirth, and I'm not leaving while you're breathing. I won't run away.
So we've gotten the sails off and folded up, and we're going to be taking them to a sailmaker. The only issue is the sailmaker is nowhere near here, and to get the sails to him we need a car. And getting a car is going to be interesting. So I needed to get the train to the airport, and then from the airport I can pick up a rental car. We're going to get our sails. They need some serious TLC, so they've had a hard go at it. You know, little things here and there. Doesn't sound like much, but when you have a bunch of little things here and there, it starts to get a little more intense. So I have a sailmaker just fix everything, make them like new again.
We're taking a special excursion today out of Portugal into Spain. We've rented this Fiat 500 and we are using it to cross a border. It's about a 2-hour drive. This is a part of Spain that we are not going to be able to get to by boat, and so we're taking advantage of the fact that we're so close to it right now. It's a very unique section of Spain called Galicia, where they have their own food, their own culture, their own language even, that's different from Spanish. We're going to a small town called Orense. I can't wait to see it and to share it with you. We are officially in Spain. We expected some kind of checkpoint where we had to like show our passports or something, but so far nothing like that. We just kind of went to Spain.
Obviously we're traveling around a lot and we're seeing a lot of different countries, different cultures, different languages. Now everyone pronounces their own homeland in their own natural language one way, but then there's all these other translations to other languages as well. And this became really evident to us when we're in the Azores, because in English it's Azores, in Portuguese it's Açores. And well, people have been commenting that you're saying it wrong, that's not how you say it, and I wonder, I'm like, how do you guys think we should pronounce things? Do you think we should pronounce things in that country's language of it? Or do you guys mind if we do English or just kind of a mix of them?
And we were talking about how it would come off as very pretentious sounding if the whole time we were in the Azores we were just like, oh yes, we're here in the Azores. Or, oh yes, we're here in the Azores. It didn't seem right. It would be like us going to Florence and being like, here, yes, we're headed to Firenze. It's like you all of a sudden you just switch languages. But I don't know, like it's interesting because everybody, each region pronounces their own name differently from how outsiders pronounce it. So what do you do when you get there?
A really good example of this is Germany. In English it's Germany. In Spanish and Portuguese it's Alemania. And then in German it's something along the lines of Deutschland. Like, do you guys want us to do the pronunciation in the language of the country that we're in? Or just stick to English? Or let us know.
Which to you seems more natural and less pretentious? We have just entered Orense.
We are now in Spain. Whereas if you guys want it pronounced, España.
We're going to this cute little place for lunch that we happened to just park right in front of, and then we're going to go exploring.
Little tomcat, stay close to me, 'cause there are clouds on the horizon and a chill on the breeze. We're alone.
Donated by the Count of Benevente.
Got a calloused hand of farmer's tan, and I'm happy to share. You and I will both get by. Just promise you won't stray. All that I need is some dirt and a seed, and I will feed you till the summer blows away. Little tomcat, don't be afraid when there's a stirring in the meadow or a noise in the shade. I'll defend you and lead you from harm.
This altarpiece was carved in 1500s, and it's absolutely amazing to try to transport yourself back in history by looking at it.
Is some dirt and a seed, and I will feed you till the summer blows away. I've seen people come and depart. With everyone there's a start and there's an end. I'm sick and tired of failed desire. What I really need is just a friend. Little tomcat, don't let me down, 'cause I have spent so long forsaken in this lonely
Just
town.
amazing. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
This chapel is in the Baroque style, and the thing that characterizes Baroque is basically just overdone details and almost gaudiness. But it's got this incredibly awe-inspiring effect. This depiction of Christ on the main altarpiece here is particularly interesting. I've never seen anything like it. The artist actually covered it with real skin, hair, and nails to make it more realistic. And it's a little disturbing, actually. This altar piece is from the 16th century, and it depicts the life of Mary and the life of Christ in sequential order in relief sculptures, which is amazing. beautiful city. I never thought I'd never even heard of it until yesterday when I was looking at places to see in Galicia, this area of Spain, because it's so close to where we are in Portugal. I just feel so blessed to have come here today. So this cloister is beautifully preserved. It's from 1325 through 1350, and it's absolutely beautiful. You've got little ornate capitals of all the columns depicting various animals and hunting scenes and struggles with the 7 deadly sins. So this is a really nice find, and there's nobody else here. And it is Gothic. It's kind of a fusion between Gothic and Romanesque architecture.
Being here in a museum always makes me wonder about our own lives and the things that we do and leave behind. Because, I mean, this was someone's creation. Someone like worked hard and made these things. And now it's here on display in a museum, thousands of years later. It blows my mind. And I often wonder, when we're long since dead and gone, is something that we ever did or made, or maybe even our bones themselves, going to be found in a museum somewhere? It's really weird to think. Like, back then, whoever was making that did not think that 2,000 years from now, their thing was going to be in a little glass box in an air-conditioned room with artificial lights.
This is from 1800 BC. And its main purpose was for cows to rub up against it to promote healthy fertility. So pregnant cows would rub up against this statue in 1800 BC. Well, it's important for us to, of course, sample the Galician traditional cuisine. So we're here at this restaurant, and we made reservations, and we're going to be the only ones in there because apparently here they eat, it's very typical of Spain. I mean, they eat dinner at 9 p.m. So it's currently 8:15, and we are hungry. So we're going to go in. You can't go wrong with ham and cheese wrapped in dough that's been fried. This is so flavorful.
Going where the fair winds blow, our home is where the waters flow. We'll show you what we've come to know on board while sailing wisdom.
We are on this train that's going to take us around Orense and to the thermal baths. The bridge we're going over right now is ancient. It's been rebuilt, but it originated with the Romans.
Alright, we're now at these thermal vents. So apparently it's hot thermal water that then mixes with the cold water from the river, and apparently makes a very refreshing and wonderful experience. Okay, well, we went in the hot springs. They were amazing, but filming is not allowed because this is Europe and clothing is optional. So that was interesting. Those hot springs were amazing.
They were great, and the cool thing about them is that each pool is a different temperature.
Super hot. The hottest one was 44 centigrade, which is insane.
And then you can also swim in the freezing cold river.
Yes, it's a really cool contrast. Impressive.
Before we leave Orense, there's one more thing I have to see, and I just need a good view of this bridge because it's part of what makes Orense so special. This bridge was originally erected by the Romans when they were conquering Spain. And so it has great significance, and though it has been rebuilt over the years, It's still quite an ancient bridge, and there are original Roman rocks, stones, in the base of it. So it's got awesome historical significance, and it's just a beautiful bridge.
A funny thing with bridges, you can never appreciate the bridge from the bridge. We're going to climb on a modern, insane looking bridge, which actually you can appreciate from itself, to view the ancient old bridge that's right next to it. Apparently it only has original Roman stones in the foundation and the base of the abutments, but the rest of the bridge has been rebuilt multiple times because earthquakes and disasters and just stuff happens. It's an old bridge. So this bridge, it's got the normal boring roadway, and then it has this like hoop structure that you can walk on.
I'm a little nervous, honestly. We're gonna go down and then swoop up and come back.
Orense.
In Orense.
Bugs. Yeah.
Oh, bugs are everywhere.
Bugs. Man, you're short. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends.
And if you'd like to follow our journey in real time on a map, receive postcards from our ports of call, and message us directly to the boat, you can go ahead and become a patron using the link in the description down below.